Design narrative is a storytelling technique that designers use to create cohesive and meaningful designs. It involves developing a story or a theme that guides the design process from selection of materials and colors to the arrangement of furniture and accessories. How do we reflect a brand's image in interior design? The answer is by developing a design narrative that aligns with the brand's image. Understanding the brand and analyzing the site are crucial steps in interior design. Before you can even think about creating and designing a space that reflects the brand's image, values, and personality, you need to have a very clear understanding of the brand. This can include looking at the brand's website, social media profiles, and marketing materials. You can also research the brand's competitors to get a better understanding of how the brand is positioned in the market. Similarly, before you can design a space that is functional and visually appealing, you need to analyze the site where the space will be located. As you research the brand, pay attention to the following. What is the brand image and how is it communicated? Is the brand modern or traditional, edgy or classic? What colors, textures, and materials are associated with the brand? What are the brand values and beliefs? Is the brand eco-friendly or socially responsible? Does the brand value luxury or affordability? What is the brand personality? Is it playful or serious? Is it friendly or formal? Analysis of the site can include looking at the following. What is the size and layout of the space? What are the architectural features such as windows, doors, and walls? What is the natural and artificial lighting like in the space? What is the space going to be used for? Who will be using the space? What are the specific functional requirements of the space? What is the architectural style of the building as well as surrounding area? What is the access to the space? Is it wheelchair accessible? What are the challenges related to movement restrictions within the indoor space? When designing the space, it's important to consider the target audience and their preferences. To give you a simple example, a brand that targets younger audience may have a more playful and trendy design, while a brand targeting an older demographic may have a more classic or elegant style. If the target audience is young professionals, the design may be more modern or functional, while if it's family with children, we may need to have a bit more child-friendly and durable design. Once you have defined the target audience, it's time to research their preferences and needs. This can include looking at design trends as well as conducting surveys or focus groups to gather feedback on specific design elements. Once you understand the brand's image and site, as well as define your target audience, you can start developing a design narrative. Design narrative is a storytelling technique that we use to create cohesive and meaningful designs. It involves developing a story or a theme that guides the whole design process from selection of materials, colors, to the arrangement of furniture and accessories. The design narrative can help you create a very unique and memorable design that really reflects the brand's image, values, as well as personality. All of your design decisions should answer the question, how does it reflect the narrative? So, how do you develop a design narrative? Step 1. Define the purpose of the design. What is the design intended to achieve? Is it to create a comfortable and functional space for living and working? Or is it to create a memorable, immersive brand experience? Understanding the purpose of the design will help you identify the key elements that should be included in the design. Step 2. Define the story. The story should be a detailed and coherent narrative that supports the concept. It should include characters, settings, and events that encourage the purpose of the design. Think about how people will use the space, how their movement could reflect your vision, and how the functions are able to act as pivot moments in the brand story you're creating. Step 3. Develop a concept. The concept should be a central idea or theme that guides the design process and should be simple and easy to communicate to others. For example, if the purpose of the design is to create a comfortable and functional living space, the concept could be a space where everyone feels like home. While our homes look differently, they all respond to the idea of personal comfort and relaxation. The visual elements could focus on a variety of comfortable sitting and lying down arrangements, use of natural materials, as well as few color zones. Designing an office in this way could create a very beautiful narrative of an employer really caring about the people who work for them. Step 4. Apply the narrative to the design. This involves selecting appropriate materials, colors, textures, and other design elements that support the narrative. It also involves arrangement of furniture, thinking about how people move in the space, and narrating light, shadow, sound, and smell. Step 5. Communicate narrative to others. This can include clients, colleagues, and contractors who will be working on the design. It is also important to do a small user experience test. Define a focus group and present the design to them. Then ask them to fill in a questionnaire that would allow you to determine if your idea is clearly depicted and the potential future users respond well to it. Design narratives are an effective tool for interior designers and brand managers to align their creative vision and strategic goals. By developing a narrative, designers can better understand the brand's value, identity, and unique selling proposition. Moreover, it can communicate the brand's story to customers, employees, and stakeholders, creating an emotional connection and sense of belonging. In addition, a design narrative helps designers to prioritize and allocate resources effectively. By identifying the key elements that reflect the brand's identity, designers can allocate resources to those elements and avoid unnecessary expenses. A cohesive and unique design narrative can create a memorable brand experience that customers will associate with the brand. This association can lead to increased brand loyalty, word-of-mouth marketing, and ultimately increased revenue. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of our podcast. If you enjoyed today's podcast, be sure to subscribe and tune in for future episodes when we'll explore other topics related to architecture, interior design, character, and health. See you again soon!